Jason, you're killing me.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to this week's episode of the Ticket Stubs Podcast. I am one of your hosts. I am Jay. With me, as always, my co-host, Zach. How you doing?
I'm doing good today, man. It's been a busy week, but I'm ready to get into this and start talking about some movies.
Some movies, some TV. Got a lot of shit, I bet.
Got a lot of stuff.
Got some good topics, but of course, as always, Zach, we go right into what we watched this past week, what we've been into, what we've been consuming.
Yes.
Zach, what you been checking out this week?
As always, we'll start with Zach's TV Corner, as this segment will now be called.
Yeah. I gotta get you a jingle, man. I gotta get you a little jingle.
We gotta get a jingle or something, man. We gotta get something going. But, a little short this week because The Walking Dead ended, so it's just The Flash and the Arrow this week. I haven't decided if I'm going to add Netflix shows. I might start watching Netflix shows and add them as I watch them.
Like things that are airing right now, like Daredevil or like
Daredevil or anything like that, like just anything like on Netflix in general.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay,
but so all right, Flash. First of all, really good episode, really solid. It focused a lot more on. It was weird because it focused on the Reverse Flash and Trickster at the same time. Because you had Mark Hamill reprising his role as a trickster, along with his like weird relationship with like guy who was like supposed to be his secret admirer, but it was really his son. It was really weird. But Mark Hamill as a trickster was really good. He definitely just had like the Joker voice, but like it totally worked because that's his villain voice. But he sounded exactly the same as like Joker from like Batman the Animated Series. But
I imagine probably less crazy. Like less like because when he's Joker, he really like he is going into that thing hardcore. So I imagine it's probably a little bit less. I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's a lot less. Like he's really crazy as the trickster. Like he's very egotistical, and it's very much like he takes like a very like Joker-ish portrayal to it.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you had that. Then you had the Reverse Flash. Bunch of shit went down with that. They finally explained like the connection between Harrison Wells and Eobard Thawne and like how they're like connected and how they're the same person. I'm not going to spoil it for all of those who want to watch it, but the way that they introduced that connection, it's crazy. It's mind blowing. It's fantastic.
I kept seeing online, like I kept seeing articles about like this like the plot twist or whatever.
Yeah.
And it kept saying like the Flash plot twist. Is it good or piece of shit? Like,
yeah,
I guess it's very polarizing. I haven't seen it, so do you think it could, like, in your opinion, since you do watch it and you've seen it, you mentioned it. I'm guessing you like it a lot, but can you see why it'd be really polarizing?
I could see like why people might think that it's bad, because basically the way they introduced it, basically makes the character of Harrison Wells like irrelevant. Like he doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's very much like people have been building up this relationship with Harrison Wells, and the way they introduce the connection between Eobard and Harrison Wells, it basically makes Harrison Wells like irrelevant as a character.
Mm-hmm.
So I can definitely see how people would like think that that's kind of like pointless. A no-go. It's kind of pointless in that respect. Also, it's like it was very like out of the blue, like how they introduced it. Like it was very from right field, like how they made this happen, which totally makes sense because it definitely tied into like the whole future aspect. So it was like the way they introduced is something that has not been seen like on the show. So nobody could have guessed like how they did it. Like it was very like from right field.
So maybe if they had like they gave it like some episodes to like lube up the plot twist, people would be less pissy about it. I imagine.
Yeah, I think so. I think the episode that they're about to have, the episode they had yesterday, because I'm always a week behind because I give you guys a chance to watch up on it in case you haven't. But I think it might clear out some of that confusion maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I'll definitely talk about it next week and see if it does. But
I gotcha. Okay.
And then we had Arrow. Arrow was an episode.
Yeah. It was 44 minutes of TV.
It was 44 minutes of television. It was really weird. It was focusing again, like after last week's episode with the Suicide Squad, it went back to focusing on like Team Arrow and all that stuff. It was basically like Ra's al Ghul like trying to kick Oliver out of the city and be like, you don't belong here anymore. Nobody likes you. You should come work for me and be my replacement and all this other shit.
Hold on. I want to interrupt you. Sorry, real quick.
No.
This is related to Arrow. I saw a picture on Twitter yesterday of a girl playing like some game, like like a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire type of game, and the question was, what is the name of the alter ego of billionaire Oliver Queen? And she guessed the Hulk, right?
Yeah.
And it was a meme, and it said, "You failed this city," and I was like, "That's fucking funny."
That's funny. Actually,
sorry,
that's really funny.
It was really fucking funny.
No, that's funny. Where was I at? Oh, I mean, that was basically. There was just the whole episode was like Oliver Queen struggling between like trying to keep the city on the right track and then having to deal with like Ra's al Ghul and the fact that Laurel's dad like doesn't trust him anymore because everybody kept away from him the fact that Sarah was dead. So he's like pissy at everybody. He's like, F vigilantes, like I'm going back to my stance in season 1. These guys are bullshit. We don't need them in our city and all this stuff.
Even though my daughter is now a vigilante.
Yeah, and then he figured out that Oliver Queen was the Arrow thanks to Ra's al Ghul. So that happened. But
sounds like a typical plot mover.
Yeah, it was an alright episode. It wasn't anything like special in my book. But I'm excited to see what happens next week because Roy basically was like, it's basically the whole thing of like, I'm the Green Arrow. No, I'm the Green Arrow. No, I'm the Green Arrow. Like, because now you've got Roy. I'm sure Diggle will show up and be like, no, I'm the Green Arrow.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Because at the end of the episode, you had Laurel's dad and Detective Lance and Oliver in a car. And Oliver was like, look, just ask me whatever the hell you want to ask me. Like, I know you want to, like, ask all these questions about me, so just ask them. And right before he was, like, about to get into, like, the hard shit, like, the good stuff, you have Roy come out from the top of the car and, like, start taking everybody out. And then he jumps off from the top of the prisoner van. He's like, I'm the Green Arrow. You have the wrong guy.
So they use the word. So they use the word Green Arrow now.
Oh no, they used Arrow.
Just Arrow.
My bad. Arrow.
Okay.
They used Arrow.
That I have seen that happen so many goddamn times.
Yeah.
In like a superhero, like vigilante series, I have seen that like to save our friend or to mislead someone, we're gonna have someone say that there's. That's so fucking played out.
Yeah.
That is so played out, and I would have been so mad if I was watching this on TV and it was like, that's the story we're gonna go for this episode. Fuck me in the ass. I'm not watching the show anymore. Which I mean, I saw some teasers today. I didn't watch them, but I saw like the article for it about how the rest of season 3 they have some stuff, whatever's gonna happen in the next 5 episodes or whatever. Have you seen those yet, or have you not seen those images or whatever, those trailers or something?
I haven't seen any of the trailer. I don't usually watch like the trailers for like TV and stuff like that.
Okay, gotcha.
Like I usually just wait till the episodes
comes out. So it's because the season's almost done.
Yeah.
5 more episodes until the season's done.
Yeah.
Has it been a good season overall so far?
Arrow?
Yeah, Arrow. Like, is it good TV? Because season 1 of Arrow, I think it shows Stephen Amell, like, he's a newbie actor. He's getting used to being a leading guy. But the whole season I thought was really, really enjoyable, even with the flashbacks there. Season 2 I liked a lot less, even though it was a little bit darker. I still didn't care for it as much. And obviously I haven't seen season 3 yet, but from season 1 to 2, it dropped off for me. Yeah. And from hearing you talk about season 3 over the past 19 whatever 15 weeks or whatever, it seems like it's okay. Like just okay.
I mean, I liked season 2. I don't like it as much as season 1, but I like season 2, but I definitely think season 3 is like, it's around season 2.
Okay.
Like, I don't think they dropped off like too much.
Between 2 and 3?
Between 2 and 3.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I think they're kind of like staying in this level. I think this season has been a lot more jumbled than previous seasons because they had to deal with the Flash and like trying to get that universe started and all that stuff. But
I imagine
it's all right.
I imagine like this is the problem I had with Smallville as well.
Yeah,
is that especially when it comes to like long form shows, it shows they want to do a long run, which WB or excuse me, CW and WB want to have the Flash and Arrow, and they're making the Ant-Man, right? Not Ant-Man, they're making Atom, right? So they want to have these shows to have a Smallville length run of a 10-year run. That's the goal of any show. So I feel like it's going to become the mundane, the standard. This is going to be what we're going to expect from Arrow for the next 5 years. It's just mediocre, kind of cool sometimes, but mostly just whatever.
I hope not, because Season 1 was really, really good.
See, I thought season 1's it's a fucking amazing season, right?
Yeah.
Like I told you before, Zach, that first episode when Ollie gets back to the city and he's doing those workouts in the loft, he's shirtless, like working out. I'm like, that's so hot. I mean, that's so cool. But then the whole thing with him, like, you know, him meeting Diggle and him like. That first 5 episodes of the show, I thought was really set a cool standard for the show that I didn't see happen in season 2. Maybe that's because Tommy died. I don't know. But just kind of like the dynamic and hearing about how Sarah dies and how Laurel becomes, you know, what's it called? Becomes a canary.
Yeah, a canary.
It's like, I just don't care. Yeah. And they're forcing in Brandon Routh, which is cool. He's a great actor. And I love that character. Mm-hmm. But you're just like forcing in these people. It's like, I get it. You want spinoffs, man. Yeah. I get it. But focus on Arrow and don't make it so fucking shitty. Again, I haven't seen season 3, so I can't talk about season 3. Season 2 for me had a lot of issues I didn't care for. Yeah. Flashbacks being a big one. Yeah.
And flashbacks in season 3 are also like a moot point for me, like right now. His time in Hong Kong, I don't really care about him in Hong Kong at all. Like, there's no connection at all for me. So they're basically worthless. But I mean, besides the flashbacks, like it's decent. I mean, it's not
amazing TV.
It's not amazing TV.
It's not True Detective.
It's definitely not
True Detective.
But I think it'll be a while before they get back on par. Hopefully next season they try to get back up to where season 1 was, because they'll have more established stuff with like the Flash. And they won't have to rely on Arrow as much for like establishing characters for like Brandon Roth and stuff like that. So hopefully they'll be able to get back up to that quality next season. So for right now, I mean, it's decent.
I gotcha.
It's passing.
It's passing, yeah.
Yeah, it's passing.
So what else have you been watching?
I watched 2 films.
Okay.
I watched an old one today, Guy Ritchie film.
Okay. Snatch.
Lock, Stock, and
Two Smoking Barrels. Yeah.
Really good film.
How do you feel? So you like it a lot?
I like it. I thought it was really, really good. I like Jason Statham in a non-action role.
Yeah.
Him as being like a hustler and like actually having like dialogue and being like the smart ass British guy was like a really good role for him. I like that for him a lot.
Totally agreed.
Yeah, it was really, really good. I like the plot. The Lock, Stock too.
Is it your first time seeing it?
It is my first time seeing it.
Okay. Have you seen any of his other movies besides Sherlock Holmes? Or have you only
What else has he done?
He's done Snatch. He's done Rock and Rolla. Pretty much a lot of most of his movies besides Man from U.N.C.L.E. coming up, and then Sherlock Holmes, or whatever. Yeah, they're pretty much British crime flicks, pretty much. Yeah, in the same vein as Lock, Stock.
I don't really think I've seen any of his other stuff.
Okay, dude, Guy Ritchie, like I was really excited for him to do Sherlock because I thought he's an amazing director. Yeah, and Man from U.N.C.L.E. has his like energy pulsing throughout the whole movie because his movies are very energetic, you know. Yeah. If you like Lock, Stock, which is an amazing movie, definitely check out Snatch because it has Brad Pitt in it. Yeah. As a boxing Irish guy, and it's like super awesome and it's super funny.
Oh, I have seen one of his films.
Oh, which one did you see?
Revolver.
Oh, okay. Who's in that one? Hold on.
Jason Statham. That was when I was going through my big Jason Statham binge on Netflix.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Have you seen the new Transporter trailer?
I am not happy about
It's not him in it, and it looks like
shit. It's not him, and it looks dumb as hell.
Well, we talked before about how I think Transporter should only have the first movie.
I thought the second movie was alright. The third movie was garbage.
Dude, there's a Transporter show.
There's a show?
Yeah, like a TV show.
Like currently there's a show?
I think I saw the first season at Walmart, so it probably came out a couple years ago, probably. I'm not sure if it's the same thing. I imagine it probably is the same. Yeah. Like the same...
I mean, I don't know what else you're going to do with it. Like, Transport is pretty straightforward.
Yeah, pretty much. But no, Guy Ritchie, though, if people like Lock, Stock, and Snatch the most of his films. They say Rock and Rolla is like his lesser of his good movies.
I thought Revolver was really, really good.
I haven't seen that in a while, so I can't remember, but...
It's like the Jason Statham, like, the gambling... I can't remember exactly what it's like... It's Jason Statham as a gambler again.
Like Wild Card. That came out recently.
I have not seen Wild Card, actually.
It's a Jason Statham action movie where he's like in Vegas or something.
Oh, okay. Well, probably something close to that.
But I really recommend... I personally think that Rock and Roll is my favorite movie from Guy Ritchie at the moment. I mean, it has Gerard Butler in it, is the main guy. It has Idris Elba in it, and it has Tom Hardy in it.
Oh, dude.
And it has Toby Kebbell in it. So it has like all these awesome British actors. And Tom Hardy plays like what's his name? Oh, what's his fucking name? Cute Bob? Pretty Bob? Whatever. It's like something like that. Cute Bob or something like that. He plays a good looking guy, but he's a gangster, like a low-level gangster. But he's gay. And he comes out to Gerard Butler's character. He's like, yo, man, I want to be with you. And like, it's the funniest fucking scene in the movie. It's such a great movie. It's really fun. I would definitely check out watching Rock and Roll Man. It's so good. I think it came out in 2008, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry.
No, man. Yeah. But yeah, Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels. Really, really good flick. Plus Vinnie Jones. I don't know why, but I have this fascination with Vinnie Jones. I think he's a really good actor.
Yeah. Totally.
And him in that movie, it's like him being his like stereotypical tough guy role. It's really, really good. So that. And then the last film I saw, film that hit pretty close to home. Got me right in the feels.
We bought a zoo.
Close.
Okay. The Notebook.
The Notebook? No.
Yeah. Okay.
Not
Dear John.
No, close. Furious 7.
Wait, it hit close to home?
It hit close to home.
Are you a race car driver? Oh, you mean just because
Paul
Walker? Okay.
My homie Paul Walker.
Okay, see, I haven't seen it yet. No,
not my homie, but
I haven't seen it yet, right?
Really, really good.
I really want to see it.
I saw it on Saturday. It was really, really good. If you haven't seen it, I'll wait to discuss it further.
I don't care
until you've seen it. Well, it's better if we can have like. Well, it's not like a spoiler thing. It's more like I'd rather have like a conversation about it.
Sure.
After you've seen it, but yeah, I saw that.
I was gonna see it. I was gonna see it this past like yesterday or Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
I got a text from our friend, our buddy, who was like, "Yo, you want to go see it?" And I was like, "Oh, sure."
Yeah.
And we didn't go fucking see it.
And damn.
So fuck that guy. Because I wanted to see it. And I could have saw it yesterday. I could see it later tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, I will eventually, probably.
It's really, really good.
I gotcha. So hold on. Spoiler for me, because I don't give a shit.
Okay.
The ending of the movie. I haven't read anything about it, but I kept hearing about how it's a good payoff to Paul Walker. What happens in this thing? Spoiler alert. What happens in it? Why is it a good send off to Paul Walker?
Massive spoiler alert. Okay, so basically, throughout the whole entire movie, they've been building up to this point where it's like Paul Walker doesn't need to be in the crew anymore because he's a family man, because he's got his son with Mia, and then Mia's pregnant again, so he's about to have 2 kids. And so Vin Diesel keeps building up to this point where it's like Paul Walker's like got his own family to worry about. He doesn't need to be worrying about us anymore. Like, he needs to be taking care of his kids. And so at the end, like after they've completed their job, like you see him on the beach, and all of a sudden it's like the whole crew that's there, and then Mia comes up to Paul Walker and he's like, "You gotta go do your job as a father and whatever." So he's like messing around with his kids. There's Vin Diesel like looking at him. He's like, "Yeah, as a father," and he like walks away from the beach. And then so he starts driving. He's like driving on this long highway, and all of a sudden you see a white Subaru, pull up next to him, and he stopped. You see Paul Walker look over, and he's like, "You're not gonna say goodbye?" And then they start like speeding off, and then there's like a divergence in the highway, and they both like, go their separate ways.
Like the poster.
Like the poster.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was,
okay. So he doesn't die.
No, they send him off, and they're like, he's going to like be with his family now.
I gotcha. Okay, that's a pretty good ending. I can see that. Okay.
I thought it was really, really good.
Yeah, totally. I can see that. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else did you watch?
No, that was it. That's all I watched this week.
Okay, cool. I guess I really want to see that. I'm not sure you saw the news today about how Furious 8 is like nowhere even close to being made yet.
Yeah, no, now we're even. But they already have like a destination apparently, and where they want to do it and all that stuff.
I mean, well, because this is supposed to be a new trilogy. So
yeah, I was about to say, and they want to do another 3 films. So
because I mean, I'll keep watching Fast Furious till Fast Furious 10. I'll keep going.
I'll go till 20. To be honest,
20s. I think I'll stop at 10.
Jump Street went to like 40. I'd still watch Jump Street forever.
Oh, that's gonna get bad after this one, I imagine. I still haven't seen it yet, so
we can talk about that later.
Yeah. So what I watched this week, Zach, I watched a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and just break it down to my favorite things I watched this past week. Okay. As you guys know, I've been watching Stargate. I mentioned last week as well. Hold on, I mentioned last week that I've been watching Firefly. I finished watching Firefly again. Yeah. I still really like the show a lot. Stargate, that's officially on hiatus. Stargate is officially postponed because I made a mistake, Zach.
With what season?
I'm on season 3.
Okay. Hiatus in season 3.
It's 3 of 10.
Okay.
Or whatever. I made a mistake, Zach. I made a
tell me your mistake.
Big fucking mistake, man.
I'll forgive you, but you have to tell me the mistake.
It's a huge mistake, Zach. Speaking of Firefly, we all know Joss Whedon.
Yes. The man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah.
He has a show that came out, his first show he did.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Angel.
I have never seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer, this TV show. I mentioned a couple weeks ago how I love the movie a lot. I have a glimpse in my head of a scene of the show when I was a kid of Buffy jumping into some giant portal.
Yeah, something
That's
like that.
all I remember from the show. So I've never seen the show, really.
Right.
Well, I made a mistake.
Okay.
I started watching the show.
Oh, you started watching Buffy?
I started watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
It's a really good show.
Yo, that show's fucking good as shit.
It's so good.
I am so fucking addicted to this damn show.
This show's so good.
Cause it's like Degrassi. I've always mentioned that I love drama, like teenage angst drama. I always say that. It's one of my favorite genres. It's my guilty pleasure. I love it. Buffy is 100% all that. Plus, you add in Supernatural to it. Yo, holy shit! I'm totally down for this damn show. So I'm on season 3 of Buffy right now, man.
Okay.
Within a week.
Wait, you got the season 3 of Buffy?
I'm on season 3 right now, Zach.
Holy shit!
I bought the entire series on DVD.
That's a lot of Buffy.
Yo, I'm so ready to finish the show so I can get to the fucking comic books, man.
There's comic books?
Because the show ends at season 7.
Okay.
Well, guess what, Zach? The comic books are season 8, 9, and 10. They're still going. Oof. It's still canon. Whew. So I am so into this universe, the Buffyverse. I'm so into it. Yo, Buffy and Angel. That's my OTP right there.
I got you.
I love them, man.
Dude, Angel's such a good show. Angel's a good show. I like Angel a lot.
Episodes here and there of Angel. I'm going to watch Angel once I finish Buffy.
Yeah.
No, I could probably watch them together, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna wait until after I finish Buffy.
No need to watch them together.
I love Buffy. I like Buffy the character so much. The show's really fun. It's really cool. It's really fucking 90s. I mean, it's
yeah. Oh no. Yeah, definitely 90s as hell.
Like if you watch it now in 2015, it's like the style, the mute, everything is. Seth Green is so good in the show.
Oh God, Seth Green.
I'm a huge fan of Seth Green. The Robot Chicken is amazing.
Yeah.
So I think he's awesome as Oz and Buffy. He's a werewolf. I think Sarah Michelle Gellar is really great. But Allison Hannigan, who plays Willow, who you may know from American Pie or How I Met Your Mother, is Lily. God, dude, she is the best character in that show. I talk about crush, man. That's so insane. So I've been watching Buffy. You can tell I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Season 3 right now.
As you should.
And then I watched a movie from one of my favorite directors.
Okay.
I watched it again, so I've seen it before. A sequel to one of my favorite movies of all time, honestly. Hellboy 2, The Golden Army.
Yeah, Hellboy.
From Guillermo del
Toro. I got you.
I love this movie. I love the first movie a lot. I think Hellboy is an amazing comic book.
Hellboy is so good.
Yeah,
I understand why people give it shit. Like, it's so good.
I love the comic book so much, and I have a lot of them. And I love the movies, and this movie is really great. It's a really fun movie. I think Selma Blair, who plays Liz, is awesome, and obviously Ron Perlman's really great. And then Douglas Jones, I believe is his name, the guy who plays Abe Sapien's great.
Yeah.
The direction's great. The special effects are awesome. The practical effects, all the costumes and monster makeup's awesome. The fact that number 3 is possibly being made, it makes me really happy.
Are they really making a third one, possibly?
Yeah, for a while, Del Toro and Perlman were like, I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to make it or not. But then, probably like a year ago or so, or maybe even at Comic-Con or something like that, they were like, it's definitely something we want to do.
Yeah.
Because the story from 1 and 2 has led up to this big moment that we need to see in number 3. So we might get that. I'm not sure how long it's going to be, because Del Toro, which I'll mention later on in their news segment, Del Toro has a long list of things he's trying to make. Right. Which conflicting with things that he wants to make. But Hellboy 3, I think, should be made. It needs to come out to at least give it a full trilogy. Hellboy, it's awesome. Hellboy 2 is great. Hellboy 1's even better, in my opinion.
Hellboy 1's really, really good.
Hellboy 1 is really good. It's probably... And that's why I got mad when people were like, Avengers, the greatest comic book adaptation movie ever made. Get the fuck out of here. No, it's not. Hellboy is... Oh, my God. Hellboy is on point.
Yeah, Hellboy's really good.
So I watched Hellboy.
Okay.
And I watched a movie you wanted to watch a while back, Zach. The Voices.
Bruh, I know. I saw that finally came out on DVD. I was about to watch it this weekend.
I bought it. I really liked it. It was really good.
I heard it was really, really good.
It's really fun. It's really weird. It's really good, well written. And Ryan Reynolds is probably, in my opinion, the best he's been ever. I haven't seen him act better.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's still Ryan Reynolds. He's not like he's pulling a Jake Gyllenhaal Nightcrawler type of thing. But he becomes a weird guy, and he's really good in the movie. And it's super dark comedy, like super fucking dark comedy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really like whimsical-esque here and there, and there's scenes because he's a crazy guy.
Yeah.
Who's not taking his pills.
Yeah.
So he has voices in his head that he puts into other objects. So his cat's talking to him, like you mentioned before, Zach. We talked about the show. His dog's talking to him. His dog's trying to make him behave. His dog's like, "Hey, be a normal guy." His cat's like, "No, go kill people. You are who you are." And then he kills a girl in an accident. He thinks it's really hot. And then he cuts her head off, and then he puts the head in the refrigerator. And when he's not taking the drugs, when he's crazy, the head talks to him. Like she's like, "Hey, it's okay, I understand." But when he takes the pills, he sees the fucking cut up head in his refrigerator. It's all fucked up. Mm-hmm. And then Anna Kendrick's in it.
She is?
Yeah, she's in it. She plays the second girl he kills, and it's like super fucking funny. And she's super awesome. This is obviously some spoiler alert because I said who he kills in the movie, but.
Right.
There's a scene where in the movie he kills the first girl, then he accidentally kills Anna Kendrick.
Okay.
Right, and then a third girl like walks up to the door because the scenes of killing take longer or get shorter and shorter. Right.
Right.
So the first time you kill someone on accident, it's a long scene.
Right.
Like a pretty decent long scene. Anna Kendrick's a little bit shorter. And then with the third girl, she rings the doorbell. He opens the door. She's like, hey, how's it going? And you hear it flashes real quick, and you hear like a knife chop, and he's putting her head in the refrigerator. It's like,
oh my gosh!
It's really well edited, really well done. The movie ends with a fucking Bollywood like singing, dancing scene. It's like so fucking weird.
That sounds
and
awesome.
He meets Jesus.
Hell yeah, he does.
So the voices was really good. I would totally check it out if you're into if you're into weird indie films. It's a really interesting movie and dark comedies as well. Last thing I watched was actually recently a documentary I saw on Netflix called Atari Game Over. And it's a Zach Penn directed thing. Zach Penn's writing the script for Ready Player One.
Right.
He's a screenwriter also with that, but it's about the rise and fall of Atari as a company, as well as the uncovering of the ET cartridges over in New Mexico last year. Okay. And it's them on the scene doing it, and it's a really fun, really informative documentary, and really well made, really interesting documentary about if you're into video game culture or just like pop culture in general, totally worth it.
Yeah.
And the documentary has like a bunch of people from Atari in it. It has Ernest Cline, the author of Ready Player One, in it. Yeah. It's a really, really well made documentary. If you have Netflix or Xbox, check it out. It's on Netflix. So, I really, really enjoyed it. That's worth watching. So, that's what I watched this week. So, nice. Obviously, I had a good week.
You had a great week, except for the hiatus. But
I mean, that's okay. I'll get back to it.
It's you'll get to it eventually.
I've already seen Stargate. I haven't seen Buffy before.
That's fair.
So. That leads us to our next segment of the show, our news segment, where Zach and I talk about the news, hottest news of the week in the movie and TV world. Zach, first thing on your list, what you got, man?
Huh? Oh.
What's the first thing on your list? What you got?
First thing I got, this is something that I'm actually decently excited for. Speaking of Ryan Reynolds. Deadpool, they had some announcements for that. They had some set clips and stuff like that. You had Ryan Reynolds looking in his Wade Wilson without his actual mask on and all that stuff. He looks kind of how I would want Wade Wilson to look. Like, not as ugly, I think. Like, he's supposed to be, like, really disfigured, and he's not. Like, you can still tell it's Ryan Reynolds and all that stuff. But, I mean, it's all right, because I expect him to be in the suit most of the time. But the biggest news that came from this whole thing, Deadpool's rated R, as it should be.
Yeah, totally.
And they announced it with a super hilarious April Fool's Day video where he beat the shit out of Mario Lopez. It was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Which I didn't watch, actually.
It was actually really, really funny.
I heard that. I heard it's really funny, yeah.
Yeah, because it was basically like starting off with like Mario Lopez just talking about Deadpool, and then he like just kept cutting him off and telling him like, oh, it must be suck for the movie to be like PG-13 and all this shit. he's like, oh, it must be really bad to not be able to like adapt it to true thing. And Ryan Reynolds is like, but it's not, but wait, and then Deadpool just comes and like smacks him over with the TV.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's rated R, bitches.
I saw the pictures of the set today. Like him in the full costume. The costume looks really awesome.
Yeah, the costume looks really, really good.
I'm not a Deadpool fan by any means. I've never cared for the character, but it's cool that it's Fox, right? Is doing it. Fox is doing it.
Yeah, Fox is doing it.
It's cool that Fox is giving them the actual like the room to make an adaptation that will make the fans happy because you know, I imagine much like with X-Men Future Past, they gave them the room to make a proper story, a comic book movie. So I'm interested to see where this thing goes. You know, I'm not excited for it by any means.
I mean, I'm decently excited. I'm more excited for it now that I know that it's going to be like able to be like a real adaptation where it's rated R and they're not going to have to like censor anything. So I'm excited for that. But I mean, it's not like groundbreaking that Deadpool's coming out, but I mean, I definitely think it'll be a fun movie to watch. So
I really feel like the majority of people who are excited for this movie don't. I feel like
read Deadpool.
No, not even that. Not even they don't read, but I feel like a lot of the hype for this movie is just like made up hype, like fake hype. Because I don't feel like I know he's a really popular character. He's been getting really, really popular over the past couple of years, which is great for the character. It's great for Marvel, but I just don't feel like the regular moviegoer is going to give a shit about this movie. They care about Avengers because Avengers is these big set pieces. They have all these big movies. The Iron Man was massive, insane.
Right.
You know, Captain America is insane. And they're getting together. They're making this big epic movie that is accessible to everybody.
Right.
But I feel like with Deadpool, you're really making like a niche character that I think people will enjoy. I think it will be well received. I just don't know if it's going to get the audience that is going to make it warrant a sequel.
Yeah.
You know, which is not always the goal, obviously, but at the same time, it's like I don't know how well it's going to do because it took so long for this to even get made, and then you know, I don't know. I'm skeptical about how it's going to turn out. I think with Fox giving them the reins to do what they need to do, that's awesome news. But I'm just I'm curious to see how it turns out.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. I agree. I mean, it definitely the fact that it is rated R, even though it will be like a truer adaptation, it's definitely going to take out some of those essential comic book movie audience that you normally get, because you normally are going to get like families with their kids and like teenagers is where a lot of that revenue comes from. And so the fact that it's rated R and that basically gets rid of them kind of can throw a monkey wrench into
their plan,
into your plan. But I'm assuming the fact that they went with the fact that it's rated R means they're willing to accept the risk that they have to lose this demographic. So
yeah, I mean, they're going to have to, because I mean, you cut that first trailer, and the trailer can't just be like an action trailer with like just random like fight scenes, which it's going to be. Yeah. It's going to have some glimpses of him breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah.
I do not think most people are going to be like down for a Ferris Bueller with guns, where he's talking about Mexican food all the time. I just don't know if that's going to be what the majority of the public wants to see. I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, it's being made, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
That opens the door for a lot of other comic books movies to be made, which, if it does well, that means that we'll get to see maybe other truer adaptions that could be made. Like the Preacher adaptation could AMC will push it even harder to be made even more. Yeah. Like the comic book or something like, whatever. Or the Sandman adaptation or whatever it may be, stuff like that.
I agree. Yeah, definitely if this does decently well, much like how everybody thought if Guardians of the Galaxy was doing really well, we'd be able to see more interesting Marvel properties and other comic book properties pop up. I definitely think Deadpool can have that same mentality. Like, if you can make a rated R comic book movie that is successful, that definitely opens the door to like other more realistic, mature comic book content.
Yeah, because generally when a comic book movie is rated R, it doesn't do well.
Yeah.
Punisher didn't do well. Punisher Warzone didn't do well.
Yeah.
So it's a very hard territory to be in, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, definitely agree. Although Punisher, I believe, is going to be in the TV. No, maybe he won't be in the Defenders. I don't know. I know they bought him back finally.
Yeah, I think so.
They bought him and Ghost Rider back.
Well, either they bought him back or did the rights just go away?
I thought they bought him back.
No, Daredevil, the rights went away. They got the rights.
Oh, the rights just went away, so they just got him back.
Yeah, because no one was making a movie with him for so long, so they lost.
They might have the rights might have just gone away. Well, the Ghost Rider movie wasn't that long ago.
Ghost Rider was. I think Punisher Warzone was probably like 07. I don't know. I'm not sure how long it was. I'm not sure.
Warzone was probably like 08, maybe.
I'm not sure the legality
Ghost Rider,
it,
but the second Ghost Rider was like probably like 2011, 2012, I think.
I don't even know why they even bought those rights back. I'm pretty sure no one's gonna watch Ghost Rider ever again.
Not now that Nicolas Cage is done.
Didn't he like piss fire?
Did he?
I'm pretty sure in Ghost Rider 2 he like peed fire.
That's why I don't know. I didn't even watch Ghost Rider 2. Yeah. It didn't look that interesting to me at all.
I didn't even see Ghost Rider 1.
Ghost Rider 1 was alright, but
I'll take your word for it, man. People hate that movie a lot.
Yeah.
But moving away from the superhero space.
Yeah.
Joe Dante of Gremlins and Small Soldiers fame has a new movie coming out.
Okay.
Trailer's out. It's called Burying the X, and it stars Anton Yelchin of Star Trek and Odd Thomas fame, Ashley Greene of Twilight fame,
okay,
Oliver Cooper of I'm not sure what fame, and Alexandra Daddario of Percy Jackson and True Detective fame.
Oh, True Detective.
And the trailer for Burying the X looks fucking good. It's about this guy, his girlfriend Ashley Greene is like super like she's crazy, like they move in together, and he's like, I don't want to. Why are you here? You didn't ask me to move in with me. And then she's crazy, and she gets hit by a car, and she dies. And he's like, oh, cool. I want to dump her anyways. And then she comes back to life as a zombie, and then she's like fucking shit up. It sounds very similar to Life After Beth, starring Aubrey Plaza and Dane DeHaan. Mm-hmm. It looks a little bit better, though, in my opinion, because it's Joe Dante. Yeah. And it looks really funny and interesting. And anything with Anton Yelchin, I'm already on board now. I'm just a fan of him. In general now, I mean, he's not really.
He's awesome.
He's not breaking through the way that he needs to be, but he's killing it in everything I watch him in. Mm-hmm. And then Ashley Greene, I just have had a crush on for so long. But Alexandra Daddario, I'll tell you this, right? She's in Percy Jackson. She played the main girl in Percy Jackson. I thought she's awesome in that movie series. Okay. And she's gorgeous. And True Detective, holy shit, Zach, and True Detective, you know who Alexandra Daddario is. Because this is going to sound super sexist, but it's the fact. She's the girl in episode 2 of True Detective that has those sweet pair of boobs.
Oh, the girl Woody Harrelson cheats on me? Yeah. But she's the bitch lawyer.
Yeah, but she has like the sweetest pair of boobs.
She has some pretty nice boobs.
So she's a great actress. She's a great actress. I'm just saying, and she's great in True Detective. She's amazing in True Detective.
Yeah, she is.
But she has a sweet pair of boobs, and
you can't have one without the other with her. That's a pair deal.
It's great because she's an amazing actress and she's very attractive. Yeah. She's in it, and the movie looks really fun and interesting, so I'm excited to see what happens with it. I'm not sure when it comes out, but I'm down for it. So.
I'm excited to see it too. I didn't get a chance to watch a trailer, but I saw it, and I was like, Amazon.
You should watch it, man. It looks great.
Yeah. I will definitely try to check it out.
So,
all right.
What you got?
Next thing I have, Disney, speaking on their bad decision of trying to make live-action films.
Oh, whoa, I didn't see this.
Is making a live-action Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, I did not see this.
You did not see this?
I did not see this.
Yeah, I saw this, came up on Screen Crush, and as soon as I saw it, I said, no, do not mess with Winnie the Pooh.
So is Winnie the Pooh going to be CG or a man in a suit?
The only way they can do this right is that they do a whole Roger Rabbit thing and make it live-action CG.
Okay. So, hold on. That sounds like shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it sounds dumb. Like, I don't want a guy in a suit either, to be honest.
I don't want this to be made.
I don't either.
I don't have a love for Winnie the Pooh.
I love Winnie the Pooh.
I don't care for the character. I don't care for the world. I don't care for the rabbit or Tigger or anything, or Christopher Robin. I don't care for it.
Tigger's awesome.
I just don't know why are we doing this?
Because Cinderella, man.
Like, yo, I get Mulan, man. That's action. There's action in there. Yeah. Strong female lead. I get it. We want that.
Get a Hercules.
Yeah, or Hercules. Even that. That'd be great. But yeah. Winnie the fucking Pooh. Yeah. Winnie the Pooh. We had a movie already. Came out recently already. Yeah. A couple years back, we had the Winnie the Pooh movie. I think it did pretty well.
We did?
Yeah. I think
didn't know.
Probably 5 or 6 years ago, probably. I think it did pretty well.
Yeah.
Like a CG movie.
There was a Tigger movie.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
That was a while back, though, right?
Yeah, that was a while back, though. That was a good movie, though.
But, dude, live action. Who's going to play Christopher Robin?
I have no idea.
Christopher Mintz-Plasse.
Yeah, I don't remember. Christopher Robin played by Christopher Mintz-Plasse.
Is that his name? I never forget. I always forget his name. Is it Christopher Mintz-Plasse?
It sounds right.
It's the guy who plays the guy from Superbad.
Oh, you mean McLovin?
Yeah, it's Christopher Mintz-Plasse, right?
Yeah, Plasse?
Whatever.
Plasse?
Seth Rogen as Christopher Robin.
Chris. Oh God, no! Please not. Yeah. So that's gonna happen, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's bad. I mean, you know what? It's probably gonna do really well too, honestly.
I mean, if the trailer looks alright, I'll probably go see it.
Have you seen Cinderella?
I have not seen Cinderella.
I was tempted to watch it yesterday
because I watched a trailer and I felt like I'd already watched Cinderella.
Yeah, well, see, I passed by well, that's 100% true. The trailer, what the fuck? That's the whole movie. Yeah. I passed by the theater yesterday on the way to Best Buy.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, do I want to see Fast and Furious or Cinderella? I was like, I don't want to see either one right now. But I was actually tempted to go watch Cinderella. And I was like, Jason, if you see this movie, you're feeding the problem. You talk shit about this movie all the time, but you can go watch it.
I was about to say, you're about to go sit in those seats?
Exactly.
Pay the ticket fund?
I'm not doing that. I'm not paying the $10 to go see Cinderella.
Yeah, don't give in to the man. Fight the power.
So, yeah. Well, moving on to some Furious 7 news.
Ooh,
Fast and Furious 7.
Yeah.
$143 million opening weekend.
Just in 3 days, they've made over $143 million.
And I think worldwide it's like 300 million worldwide or some shit like that.
I know. I remember seeing an article where it was like Fast and Furious 7 within its first 3 days already made more money than Too Fast, Too Furious, and Tokyo Drift.
I believe it. 100% believe it. I mean, $143 million U.S. domestic opening weekend. That's fucking insane.
Yeah, not even including the international stuff.
Yeah, I mean that, and Fury 7. It now has the box office record for most money made in April.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great way to kick off the.
It smashed all kinds of records. Yeah,
I think the prior record was Captain America 2 for 90 million, I believe.
Yeah, which was just last year.
Yeah, like 90 million, 143 million blows it out the fucking water. So
yeah,
it shows that people want to see Fury 7 because not only because it's a fun series now, it's a really intense, crazy action series.
Yeah,
but because people wanted to pay their respects and they were interested in seeing Paul Walker's last movie.
I agree.
So people came out in fucking legions to see this movie, man. That's insane.
Yeah, people lined up out the door to see this movie.
And that's good. I'm really happy to see the movie is doing well. I'm sure James Wan, who it's his first time really making a big studio movie like this, I'm sure he was.
That's not a horror movie, yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly. So I'm sure he's pretty fucking happy with that, and I'm pretty sure the studio's happy with that too. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure he's stoked.
So what you got, man?
Next thing I got, Mad Max movie coming out in the next month or so, I believe. We'll have the Batman vs Superman trailer attached to it.
Oh yeah.
Which makes me even more excited to go see Mad Max.
Yeah.
Because I get to see a dope ass Mad Max, and I get to go see the new trailer for Batman vs Superman. Down for it.
It's weird. I'm actually more excited to see the Batman vs Superman trailer than I am to see the Star Wars trailer.
Are you?
I'm more excited, yeah. Maybe because I have seen absolutely nothing of Batman vs Superman.
They've kept this really close to the chest until this.
I mean, we've seen, what, 3 pictures, right? 4 pictures?
5 pictures, including Lex Luthor.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen.
Because you've got the main Trinity, then you've got Aquaman and Lex Luthor.
So, I mean, I'm just really excited to see what the trailer's going to have in it, you know?
Yeah.
And if it's a teaser, then fuck you. If it's a full-length trailer, we're going to have at least 90 seconds of something.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see Ben Affleck in there. I'm excited to see, Henry Cavill. Now I'm excited to see what they're going to show, for sure. Obviously, I'm excited to see Mad Max.
Yeah. Oh, Mad Max can be so good.
And now Tom Hardy's signing on to do 2 more movies.
Woo! Yeah.
That's even better.
Trilogy out of it.
You know what I mean?
It's going to be awesome.
I'm very excited, man.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about that before I move on?
No, you can move on.
Cool. David Lynch, not directing season 3 of Twin Peaks.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Quote from Twitter. Quote, not enough money was offered to do the script the way I felt it needed to be done. End quote. It's a hella bummer that money is the issue why David Lynch won't be returning for season 3 of Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
Because Twin Peaks is a show that it's his show.
Yeah.
And not having the guy who made it, screenwrote it, all this stuff like that, the return for it, super big flaw, super big bummer not to have that there. No one else can capture the eye of Twin Peaks like he can, so
I agree.
Super sad to see him not be there. Of course, that could change within the next few weeks, months, whatever.
Yeah.
Obviously, Showtime is probably going to keep going and try to get the show being made. I imagine. So that's a big flaw, I think. So
yeah, I agree. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I want to talk about this or not, but I'll bring it up. Stephen Amell, in his
Casey
one
Jones.
in one of his earlier things into the actual big screen world, there's going to be Casey Jones in the new TMNT movie. I'm mostly upset about this because they're making another TMNT movie. But
Zach, you know I love Ninja Turtles.
I love Ninja Turtles too, but they messed. I don't.
Have you
I
seen
don't
the
like
movie?
this new series. No, it just looked too dumb. I just don't.
I'm speaking as a hardcore fan for my entire life. As a big fan of comic books, I have the comic books.
Yeah.
I have a lot of I have the Image books. I have the original Mirage books.
By the way, speaking of comic books, rest in peace, Donatello.
Yeah, I have books. I have the IDW books. I love to see. Casey Jones is my favorite character in TMNT.
Yeah.
The Casey Jones fan film that came out like a couple years back is an awesome fan film.
Yeah.
I love Casey Jones. I love the band Casey Jones.
That's a band?
So there's a band based off the name of the character.
Oh, nice.
I'm straight edge because of the band Casey Jones. Like I love Casey Jones as a character.
Yeah.
100% bad casting. I do not think Stephen Amell can be a New York thug type of character. With the puns, with the accent. He's Canadian. I don't think he can do it. Okay. Even with the first season of Arrow, even though I love him in Arrow, he's not the most fantastic actor in the world.
That's true.
Now, physically, he can 100% do this. Physically, he's a very
he definitely got the build for it,
Yeah, totally. It's the acting, it's the accent, it's the persona. I don't think he can do that yet. Maybe, I don't know. Not happy with the casting. Now, you mentioned before that they're making more TMNT. The first movie did insanely well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even though the movie wasn't what I wanted to be as a big fan of TMNT, it's a fun movie. You know, it's not the original trilogy.
Yeah.
But it's a fun movie.
Okay.
It's different, and once I get over that, I'm okay. It was self-aware. It made some jokes at its own self. Like they made fun of the whole, oh yeah, hey, are we aliens? That's dumb. They made jokes about that kind of stuff. So they understand that the fans wanted something, and you know, whether you're a big fan of it or not, hardcore fans aren't happy with it. I understand that, but it's happening regardless.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna see it regardless.
I'll probably watch the first one eventually, but
it's not terrible, man. It's not terrible, but it's not good. Don't get me wrong, it's not good. It's definitely a popcorn movie. You can tell it's fucking. Even though Michael Bay didn't direct it, he produced it. You can tell
he had some influence.
The director was like, "I'm gonna make Transformers with turtles." Like it's pretty much. So yeah, and Megan Fox was absolutely terrible on it.
Yeah,
but Stephen Amell and Megan Fox added together, I don't know what you're gonna get, but more crappy acting. So
yeah,
I don't know. That's whatever, man.
Yeah, it's whatever. But
more on the supernatural romance news. Nina Dobrev, leading actress of The Vampire Diaries, is leaving after season 6.
Okay,
it's a bummer because the show is insanely popular, has great ratings. It's
still have yet to watch it.
Yo, Zach, do yourself a favor, man. Go out, get some popcorn, get some candy, get some soda. Forget girls, forget boys. Hang out in your dorm room, wherever you're at. Hang out by yourself.
What if I hang out with a girl? Vampire Diaries, I feel like, is this thing.
100%. It's a fine show to watch with ladies. It's fine.
Yeah.
But this is what you want to dedicate your attention to, because you're going to get emotional. And you want no one else to be there so you get emotional. So when I watch this show, I get like, yo, why are you doing that, Elena? Why are you picking that guy, you dumbass? Why are you fucking picking that guy? What are you doing? What? Pick the other guy. So the first 2 seasons of Vampire Diaries are really good TV. Everything else is kind of like, bland, same storyline. But it's whatever. It's a bummer. Like I said, it's a very popular show. She's leaving. It sucks. She's great in the show. Yeah. She's great in Degrassi. I love Degrassi a lot. But
Degrassi.
it's sad to see Nina Dobrev leave. She's also a great actress. I think she's a really good future. So
yeah.
What you got?
Next thing I've got, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 will begin filming next year, 2016. And they're also bringing back the character of Nebula that was the sister of
Is that Karen Gillan?
Yeah.
Okay.
The blue chick.
Yeah,
they're bringing her back for it. She's going to be in the movie.
I thought she died. She didn't die.
I thought she did too. I thought they like ripped her arms off and threw her off a ship or something. I don't know.
I don't know if they did that, but okay.
I thought she like ripped an arm off, like I don't know, because she was like a cyborg or something. So.
Oh yeah, she's a robot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay.
But yeah, I don't know.
So hold on, Zach. You're a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy.
I am a fan of Guardians.
How do you feel about this? Bringing her back.
I'm alright with it.
You don't care?
I mean, if they find a way to fit her in the story and it makes sense, I don't really care.
Yeah, as long as it's well
I mean, she's a cool character.
Is it Edgar Wright? Is it Edgar? Or excuse me, not Edgar Wright. Is it James Gunn again?
Yeah, James Gunn's still directing it. Yeah, he's still stuck with Marvel for this movie. I don't know how much longer. At least probably until after Guardians, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
But
did they slate a third one or just two?
There's just two right now.
Okay, good.
But this one isn't coming out until like 20. It's weird because it's like they're filming it like next year, but it's not coming out until like 2018.
Oh wow!
Like it's coming out like right before the third Avengers.
Oh wow, interesting. Okay.
It's like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Infinity War Part 1, Infinity War Part 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, as for me, as a third party fan of
Guardians,
Galaxy, I don't care. Yeah. I mean, her character was anyways. It was a very bland character.
Yeah.
She had like no reason to be bad. She's just a bitch.
Yeah.
Didn't care. She was Thanos' daughter, right? Is that what it is?
I think so. Yeah, she was one of the adopted daughters.
Because isn't Zoe Saldana's character? She's also a daughter of Thanos.
Yeah, they're like step. I don't know how that works. Adopted sisters. Whatever. They're sisters.
So that don't care. And if we don't see more Thanos, it's like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, you're teased at him for like 4 movies already. Come on.
And you put him in the first one, so.
Yeah, exactly. And so I don't know. We'll see what happens. But to me, I feel like her character was whatever. It was a bland character. I would rather much see Ronan come back or something. You know,
I thought they were talking about bringing Ronan back.
I thought he was a really cool bad guy.
Yeah, he was a cool bad guy. I liked him. So, Lee Pace was awesome.
Yeah, he's great. Lee Pace is awesome.
Yeah.
My last piece of news I mentioned before, talking about Del Toro. So Guillermo del Toro may not direct Justice League Dark due to his increasing workload.
Yeah.
He wrote the script.
Wait, he's not going to direct it?
See, the thing is, he submitted the script to WB to submit it to peer edit or whatever. But apparently he might not have time between the movies he's making, between The Strain and between Pacific Rim 2.
Yeah.
When they call on him to be like, hey, time to direct the movie, he might not have time to make it. 100% a bad idea. He needs to make time for it.
I definitely think he needs to be the one to direct it. It definitely is a universe. The Justice League Dark is definitely like right up his alley with his imaginative like center, especially with like movies under his belt like Pan's Labyrinth and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It's very much like that kind of like supernatural world. So I definitely think like if they don't use him, I don't know who they use because he's the perfect director.
Exactly. I agree 100% with you, Zach, because he wrote the script. He knows what he wants.
Yeah.
He's already looking at it in his head while he's making the script. How can I make this happen? Who do I get for these particular roles? So it's like...
I have a question for you about that.
Oh, sure. What's up?
Should they use the same Constantine from the TV show, or should they use a different Constantine?
Oh, man.
Because I haven't seen him from the TV show.
He's not bad.
He's not bad.
He's actually pretty good. You know, he's actually pretty good. He's a British guy. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, if I had it my way...
Tell me about your one.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves
comes back.
Hell yeah. That was a good movie.
I thought he is again, very, very different Constantine.
He's very different. Like
very dark, brooding Constantine. Very not
very like snappy or
not very pretty,
smart assy or anything.
Yeah, but I thought he was great in it.
I thought he was really good.
But I imagine they're gonna get a guy similar to the TV show Constantine.
Yeah.
I think he'd be fine in the movie series. I mean. Some actors are good enough to be put into the movie verse. I think he's a good example of that. Mm-hmm. But him not directing is bad because, like you mentioned before, it's Del Toro. That's his eye. That's his playground. Is this type of fantasy supernatural world? You know, everything he's made, every movie he's made in his career, has had a hint of this somewhere. in it, and he excels more than anybody else. No,
yeah, so in this world,
to not have him. I mean, I get he's busy. I understand that.
Yeah,
but Pacific Rim didn't do well domestically.
Yeah,
the reason why it's being made because foreign markets liked it a lot. Like China loved it, right?
Yeah,
and I want to see number 2. I'm so down for number 2.
The first one I actually really enjoyed. But...
Yeah, it's a really fun movie. Now it's not a masterpiece, but it's a fun movie.
No.
But they kind of ended it to where that's the end. How else do you write more? They closed the gate off.
Yeah, I don't really know how you're going to extend it beyond that, but...
So, I don't understand. He probably has contracts or whatever to work on this movie next. But to not do Justice League Dark, this could be huge. This could be like... You have Zatanna, you have Deadman, all these huge cast members.
Swamp Thing.
You could add in Animal Man. You can add all these people in.
Animal Man would be sick.
So you could have all this awesome universe that you could tell these awesome stories in. And he likes it. He wrote the fucking script. I know he wants to do it.
Yeah.
He said the characters are solid. So it's like, yo, Del Toro.
What you doing, man?
The Strain? Fuck The Strain. Fuck that show.
Push off Pac Rim.
Yeah, don't even do it. Take a solid year. Make Justice League Dark. Because I guarantee it would be great.
It'd be great. It'd be fantastic. I agree.
Whatever.
Okay, I have 3 more pieces of news.
Sure.
First one's just a little click. Zoolander 2 adds Kristen Wiig to its cast of
I'm so fucking
intrepid.
Tired of her. And we mentioned I like her. Zach. I think she's really funny.
I think she's funny too.
She's in every fucking movie now.
Yeah. She's in a lot of movies now. Yeah.
Get her out of here, man. Cut it out.
She's like Cameron Diaz back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Put her in like everything.
Good analogy. Yeah.
Putting her in like everything.
Yeah, or like Drake.
Oh god, like Drake.
Yeah, cut it out, Chris.
Cut it out. But okay, and then the next piece of news, 23 Jump Street sequel. First of all, it's being made. It's really going to be made, and they're going to find a way. They did that really cool thing at the end. For those of you who've seen 22 Jump Street, they did this really cool like kind of breaking the fourth wall thing where they made all these like fake sequels to Jump Street 2 of like all these different possible sequels that happened. Like they did like Dance Academy and like medical school, and they did like military school and all this other stuff. So all these different like sequels of what where Jump Street could go. And the directors who are making 23 Jump Street are like, yeah, in this next sequel, those all happened. They're real sequels. They all happened.
See, that's again, I haven't seen either movie yet, but I do know and I have heard that they don't take itself seriously. They make
it really does it.
They make really fun of that kind of thing.
They really make fun of the fact that they're like, this is a sequel and we're only building on this for like it's the same storyline. It's not any different. Like even Jonah Hill in one of the parts is like, all right, same thing we're gonna do again. You gotta find the drug dealer, find the supplier, and all this. Ice Cube's like, you gotta find the supplier, get the drug dealer, all this stuff. Same thing as before. It's really self-aware, and I like that a lot.
Like, Zach, I really want to watch it, Zach. I really want to watch it.
It's so good. It's so good.
I just don't like Jonah Hill.
Don't worry about Jonah Hill, because Channing Tatum's in it. Just focus on Channing Tatum.
He's so good, right?
Channing Tatum is so good in this.
Zach, I'm so excited for Magic Mike 2. It looks so good.
Can I make a confession?
Go ahead.
I still haven't seen Magic Mike 1.
Yo, it's a good movie. It's really good.
But
Soderbergh, he kills it. He kills it, man.
Plus Matthew McConaughey's in it, and I have a deep love for Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey looked good in that movie.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my last piece of news, last thing, comic book related.
Sure.
Suicide Squad adds 2 characters. You say that, but these 2 characters actually make me super excited because they added their big bulky characters. They added Killer Croc and King Shark.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, add those guys.
The guy playing Killer Croc is awesome.
Yeah. Adewale Akinwumi Agbaja.
He's a great actor.
It's definitely an African name. He's awesome. He's a good actor.
He's awesome. That's a good casting.
And then the other guy.
It's kind of weird though. They added Killer Croc in. It's kind of weird though.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Killer Croc's never really been part of the Suits. I mean, but it was the same thing where it was like they were like Joker's gonna be in Suicide Squad, and everybody's like, the Joker's never been part of the Suicide Squad.
Have you been seeing this Jared Leto bullshit about how, like the transformation for Joker?
Yeah.
Why the fuck
Yeah.
Do actors act like the Joker's some fucking metaphysical character?
Yeah, he's really
He ain't that crazy, man.
He's just a dude.
There are crazier people in the DC universe than some regular fucking man.
Yeah.
Some regular guy. Oh, he's so dark. Get the fuck out of here, man.
He's really not. I mean, he's
I'm
dark.
pretty sure Ra's al Ghul has infinitely more fucking psychological problems from going through the goddamn pit that many damn times.
Yeah.
Jason Todd has fucking issues.
He's a fucked up individual. Jason Todd is messed up.
Like that guy
he has a really
issues.
Bad father-son dichotomy with Batman, and it's really weird, especially when he comes back from the Lazarus pit.
I'm crazy. Oh no.
I'm in love with Batman.
Yo, guess what? I'm fucking dead. And I got brought back to life. Now I'm
after
dead
6
and
months
alive.
of being dead. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
I want to take over Batman's mantle, but with guns and kill.
I'm not talking shit about Heath Ledger, whatever. I'm just saying, why do act like that character is such a very big leap? Like, in Seven, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Kevin Spacey, right?
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey plays an amazing serial killer.
Yeah, he does.
Are you telling me he had to go into a transformation mode to play this murderer? I guarantee he didn't.
No, he didn't.
That guy's way more fucked up than the Joker.
Yeah.
The Joker ain't that fucked up, man.
Yeah, he's
like really... the Joker. What was the worst thing the Joker did in the fucking Dark Knight? He fucking
in the Dark Knight.
He fucking burned money. Like that's
well,
all he did.
Yeah.
He burned money and put bombs on 2 boats.
Yeah, he put bombs on boats, but he didn't really even kill anybody from that.
What the fuck did Kevin Spacey do? He cut Gwyneth Paltrow's head off and put it in a goddamn box.
I can't believe he killed Gwyneth Paltrow.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
See,
Frosted Flakes.
Come on, man. Yeah, that's my mini rant for this episode.
But,
sorry.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. Like, I mean, in the comics, like he does way more shit than he's ever done in a movie. But
he's never been like he's as of current, he's pretty weird because Scott Snyder.
Yeah,
obviously,
especially when he cut his face off and all that stuff.
Yeah, but Scott Snyder's an awesome writer, but he's a horror fan.
Yeah.
Prior writers made the Joker just a bad guy. He's just a villain. He's beatable. Batman can kill him whenever the fuck he wants to. Batman's broken every bone in his body before.
Yeah.
So to have like these Jared Leto, I get he's a fucking what's it called, actor? He's a
method actor.
Method actor. I get that, but at the same time, it's kind of like, bro, you're playing a comic book villain. Like, you're not playing some Oscar-winning villain.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I agree.
Actually, I have one piece of news I saw yesterday, Zach.
Okay. I know.
You're a Doctor Who fan, right?
I mean, I'm a David Tennant fan.
That was the most,
and a Christopher Eccleston
That was the most,
fan.
I don't know how to answer this. I'm not sure how to respond.
I'm a Doctor Who fan, but I haven't been keeping up on Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I'm not a diehard fan, but I've watched all the Christopher Eccleston stuff. I love Christopher Eccleston.
He's great. He's great, right?
I thought he was really, really good. Everybody's like, he sucks. I'm like, no, he's not. He's really good. I like him a lot. He brings that whole tough guy persona to the Doctor like nobody else has really brought. Except for apparently this old guy is bringing that a little bit.
That guy.
But I haven't seen it. I really haven't seen anything from the new guy.
Yeah.
But and then I've seen David Tennant.
Great.
David Tennant was really, really good.
Yeah, I'm same with you. I've seen all of Eccleston's run. I've seen all of Tennant's run. Yeah. I've seen the first 2 seasons of Matt Smith's run.
I haven't seen anything from Matt Smith. I just didn't like him.
The first season wasn't bad of him.
Okay.
2 was whatever. Stephen Moffat was full of shit.
Yeah.
And I hear he's getting worse as a showrunner. I hear it's getting worse and worse.
Stephen Moffat?
Yeah, the screenwriter, the showrunner of the show.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen any of this new guy.
Yeah.
Last thing I saw was the Christmas special with the last time you saw Clara. I don't know what the fuck her name is. Clara, I believe is her name. But apparently BBC says they want the show to run for 5 more years.
So 5 more seasons?
5 more years of Doctor fucking Who.
Well, you already had 50 years at this point.
Yeah, right. But much like my opinion on Facebook, which I put on Facebook, quote, get that shit out of here, end quote.
End quote.
So tired of Doctor Who. Not because it's bad, but because as of recent, from last time I saw it, it was pretty ass.
Yeah.
I don't need to see this show anymore. I don't need to see any more of it. Let's cut it, get it out. Cut it, get it out of here.
I believe you.
I know I'm in the minority. That show is very popular.
I'm with you. After David Tennant, I kind of saw I think I saw like an episode, Snyder. Like I saw the Vincent Van Gogh episode. I mean, episode was pretty good.
Yeah.
But I mean, David Tennant was like the pinnacle. So it's like after that, it's like
yeah, he's the best. What can you do?
He was the best. So it's like where are you gonna go from there? You can't really go anywhere. Just cut it. Just burn it, scrape it. We're done.
Yeah. Let's cut it for another 20 years before we bring it back. You know what I mean? Let's give it a chance to breathe and get some new people in there.
Yeah, let's not do the movie reboot of waiting 5 years.
Exactly. But that leads us to our next segment of the show. What's out this week in theaters?
Whew.
The Longest Ride, Nicholas Sparks, bull riding movie, Ex Machina.
Okay.
Danny Collins.
Don't know that one.
Lost River.
Okay.
And Kill Me 3 Times. Now.
Oh, I really want to see Kill Me 3 Times.
Oh yeah. Also, Broken Horses and the Sisterhood of Night. Obviously, we want to see Ex Machina. Obviously.
Yeah, Ex Machina and Kill Me 3 Times?
Kill Me 3 Times. Yeah, like you mentioned, Kill Me 3 Times.
Yeah, with Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg.
Super funny.
Looks great, right?
Yeah.
He's an assassin. It looks really fun.
It looked really funny.
And then Lost River is the directorial debut and writing debut of Ryan Gosling. So.
Oh, he's going to direct. Ooh, I'm actually.
Yeah. I hear it's been getting mixed opinions. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens with that. But
okay.
I'm totally down to see that movie.
Yeah. That sounds awesome.
On home release, we got the movie called Jin.
Okay.
The Immigrant. And then I think that's it. I believe.
Oh, you mean you forgot the voices.
Oh, the voices in the Most Violent Year. I wasn't sure if I mentioned that last week or not. I couldn't remember.
I don't think you did.
But the voices in the Most Violent Year, which are obviously, I love Most Violent Year. I thought it's an amazing noir gangster film from this past year. And then the voices, like I mentioned earlier, is pretty good.
Yeah.
But that leads us, Zach, to our next topic of the show. Our final discussion topic, Zach.
Woof.
What is it?
This week, we're getting into the nitty gritty, the down and dirty, the filthy stuff. Top 5 animated movies.
I thought you were gonna say like our top 5 favorite porn stars.
Our list that could bring out a lot of different debate and controversy. Top 5 animated films. Because the more I got into this list, the more I realized there's a lot of really good animated films out there.
There are a ton of good ones, man.
There's a ton, and there's not just American ones. There's a ton of good foreign films that are animated that are really good too.
100%. So
it's hard to choose.
I imagine we'll do what we do always is we'll go from like 5. I'll say my 5, you say your 5, and then
works
so on and so on. You want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first.
Cool.
Okay, first, number 5, my 5th most. I just based on my most favorite, Perfect Blue.
Oh wow! Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Perfect Blue is really good.
That's in your top 5.
I really enjoyed Perfect Blue a lot. Yeah, that is definitely in my top 5. It's very much like what I like in a movie. It's very psychological, crime drama. Very much like into the character progression of the character and like her mental state throughout the movie of having to deal with like the stalker and her life outside of being in like a pop group where she's had like all this support and all this other stuff. So I mean, just the movie overall. I mean, it's like Inception. It takes more than one walkthrough to figure out exactly what's going on. But once you figure it out, I think it's a very deep movie, and I enjoy it a whole lot. It's definitely a favorite movie of mine.
Yeah, definitely. And it's a great movie, and it's really well made. The director's an awesome director. He's made stuff like Paprika and made Paranoid Agent, so that it's an anime movie, by the way. You don't know it's an anime.
Yes.
Animated movie, Japanese animation movie.
Yes.
But the fact that I watched that movie, and then I had no clue what the fuck I just watched after watching it. I was like, 100% what did I just watch? I had to Google the answer, like, what did I see? And, like, there's a scene in that movie where the screwdriver scene...
Yes.
Where the guy gets his eye stabbed with a screwdriver.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a scene where it's like, people are bouncing off walls and shit. I'm like, what the hell is going on in this movie, man? I don't understand what's going on.
Some trippy shit that goes on in that movie.
But it's a really well-made movie. It's a super well-made movie, you know?
Super well, man. I enjoy it a whole lot. Definitely top 5 movies of mine.
Yeah, so, and then for me, on my list is Hotel Transylvania.
Okay, I still have not seen that.
It's a really good movie, man. It's a really fun movie. Directed by Genndy Tartakovsky, who's an amazing animator.
Okay.
Adam Sandler, Selena Gomez, Andy Samberg.
Okay.
Really great movie. It's fun. It's more recent, 2012. Right. A lot of heart, man. A lot of family heart in it. It's about vampires and supernatural creatures, whatever.
Okay.
It's just a fun movie about a family and a dad. and his daughter's birthday. It's a really good movie, and it's really well animated.
Yeah.
And Gandhi, he went through a movie acting like it was a 2D animation movie, so a lot of traditional animation was in it, but done in for a 3D way.
Huh. Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah. So Hotel Transylvania it's just a really fun movie, man, and I love it. I watch it probably every couple months. I don't know, something about it. Even though it's really recent, it's just a really interesting movie, and I love vampires and stuff like that. So, and even though it's Adam Sandler, like,
is it Adam Sandler really?
He plays the Dracula in it, and it's like, I'm so beyond thinking he's funny, and that was a turnoff for me. But you know what? I really enjoyed it, so I would check it out for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Definitely going to be on my list. Next thing, number 4. We're going back to the powerhouse here. Toy Story. Original Toy Story. This movie always gets me right in the feels. This movie.
Oh yeah.
I love this movie so much.
Totally.
Just with the cast itself, you've got Tim Allen, Tom Hanks getting together, doing amazing stuff. Tom Hanks, the man.
And talk about a great movie for your first movie of a studio.
Yeah.
Like, not only do you break the walls of, like, what people think you can do with computer graphics, but, like, you make this amazing movie that no one's ever seen before, like, stylistically.
Yeah.
And then the acting's amazing in it. And just, like you said, it's so heartfelt, you know?
Yeah. You definitely get to feel, like, it makes you feel for the characters in a way that, like, especially considering the fact that, like, they're toys, and it's like giving toys personality and giving them something that people can relate to is something that I don't think it's really been, like, paralleled since, besides their other movies.
Yeah, totally. I mean, yeah, it's great. And then, like, it's funny to me though is that how Toy Story 1, 2, and 3 they're all amazing movies, and I like Toy Story 3 a lot. I know people don't really care for it as much as the other ones. My favorite's number 2 personally.
Yeah.
But Toy Story 1, man, just something about it. You can watch that movie today, and it's still amazing.
Yeah.
And just the matter
They're
of
still really, really good. Like, all of them are just really good movies. Especially the third one. Oh my God, the third one.
One specifically, something about just the way it was made had so much care and heart into the actual making of the movie. And it's just beautiful animation, and it's just like, yo, man, that's so well done. The fact that I can watch it now in 2015. When did it come out? Like 95 or something? 96?
I think it came out like 96, 97 maybe.
So like that's a long time ago, And it's like, especially when the world war in animation and like in computer graphics stuff, it's like stuff can look like shit pretty.
Yeah.
Like, a movie that came out this year will look bad next year. Sometimes, you know what I mean?
I got
but that movie looks amazing and gorgeous to this day, It's
still
so well done.
Yeah, it still holds up.
And Tom Hanks, man.
Tom Hanks.
Talk about some great characters, right? Like Woody and Buzz, man.
Woody and Buzz. Good. Plus, you get Mr. Ham, Potato Head, Slinky, Rex.
I always loved the what's her name?
Bo Peep.
Bo Peep.
Oh, Bo Peep.
Yo, her and Woody, man, they got.
Bo Peep was scandalous.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, I'll tell you what. Great movie, great pick, man. I like though how your number 5 is this most like fucking mind fuck of a movie, and number 4
and then
is
I've got
family
Toy Story.
movie. It's like
Toy Story.
I really like weird fucked up girl stalker movie, but I also like family bonding.
I love being able to bond with my family, man.
The dichotomy of your picks are funny. My number 4 from 2012, produced by Leica Studios, which is an animation studio known for their claymation stop motion. Paranorman.
Oh, Paranorman.
Paranorman is such a great movie. Stars Cody Smith-McPhee, Anna Kendrick, Casey Affleck. It's a great movie about a guy who can see dead people and all this stuff like that. And it's just a fantastic made movie. Not even talking about the actual art form behind it of the stop motion and the modeling is obviously top notch, amazing, top tier stuff.
Oh, definitely.
But the writing and the acting, and even though I'm not a big fan of Cody Smith-McPhee, he does really well as Norman in the movie. It's a fun movie, and Anna Kendrick's great in it, and everyone, the cast is just really good, really fun. And it's like, you take this dark concept, much like Coraline, which Leica did as well, this really dark concept, but you make it, like, fun, like not in the sense of, like, of a Tim Burton. oh, I'm gonna take a dark concept, make it fun. But no, but more like it's a grittier concept, whatever, that normally you see in a horror series, but it's like it's just a family movie, and has a lot of, again, much like every other Disney type of movie, a lot of heart in it. It's a family movie, so it has heart, obviously, and I think that's what really attracts me to these movies, that it has a lot of feelings in it, and they're portrayed very well. And Paranorman is a good example, and just the artistic style behind it is just, again, just so amazing. It's so unique. And Leica is a great studio. They did Box Trolls this past year or whatever. They're just a top-notch studio, and Paranorman, man, I was so happy to find it on Blu-ray for a decent price, because it's a fantastic movie, and I recommend it to everyone who likes animation and just movies in general. I would check it out. Have you seen it before, Zach?
Paranorman, I have not seen Paranorman.
Oh, it's so good, dude. It's so good.
Yeah, I have to definitely check that out.
Yeah,
I've heard other people talk really good stuff about it.
It's a great movie, man. It's so good. So, moving on to our number 3.
Okay, picks. Number 3. You're probably not going to be happy with this one.
Oh, shit, Zach.
Because it's by one of my favorite directors.
If you say fucking Nightmare Before Christmas.
No, not
Okay. Nope, we'll see.
Tim Burton's not one of my favorite directors.
Okay, making sure.
Fantastic
if you say
Mr.
fucking,
Fox.
I thought you were gonna say.
What did you think I was gonna say?
I thought you were gonna say like Treasure Planet or some shit.
Treasure Planet's a good movie.
Like
don't mess with Treasure Planet. Treasure Planet's a good movie.
That's the guy with like that's Justin Gordon-Levitt, right?
That's the one with the solar surfer.
The surfboard. That's Justin Gordon-Levitt. Fuck.
Is it
movie.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
Still good. But yeah, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Wes Anderson.
Yeah. Man.
Very like stop motion. It's not claymation, I wouldn't say.
But I'm pretty sure the models are clay. Probably.
Are they?
I imagine. I don't know. The clothing is probably fabric.
Yeah.
I haven't seen behind the scenes of it.
I don't know. I haven't either. But it's very, very good film. Wes Anderson brings his own unique style to the film. The way the story is told, but plus you got all-star cast. You got George Clooney. You got Robin Williams in it, I think. Or no, Bill Murray. Bill Murray's in it. You got a bunch of people in it. I can't remember everybody. The big ones: Bill Murray, George Clooney. Really, really solid film, and the story in it of itself is very it's very heartwarming, very touching story. So yeah, really, really solid movie for me. Fantastic Mr. Fox, love it to death. Wes Anderson, do great work. I want to see more work, animation from you. So
yeah, it's okay movie.
I knew you weren't gonna agree with it.
It's a good movie. Yeah. Not my top 5, but it's a good movie.
In my top 5.
Whatever. I think most people would say my number 5 is shit anyway, so it's okay. Like my Hotel Transylvania is nowhere near someone's favorite movie, but whatever. My number 3 is an animated movie from Japan.
Okay.
1997.
Okay.
Hayao Miyazaki, Princess Mononoke. It's one of my favorite Miyazaki movies from Studio Ghibli. My favorite one being Nazca Valley of the Wind or whatever. But Mononoke, man, it's such a classic animation movie. It's so gorgeous in terms of hand-drawn animation.
Right.
Granted, the story is very hippie-esque. Like it's man creating industrialism versus the forest, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's whatever. I don't care about that. The message behind it. It's obviously all those movies are very, message. There's always a message in his movies, which is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But the movie itself, it's just so interesting, man. And Mononoke and the big wolves, and then the fight scenes are really well done. The main character's not like he's like a wimpy kind of guy. Yeah. And it's just a really gorgeous story. Very, very not even directing wise, or style of animation wise, but just purely on a writing level. I think it's some of their best work at the studio is Princess Mononoke.
Okay.
Obviously, I think all the movies are really well written except for Ponyo, because I think Ponyo is a piece of shit.
Ponyo looked dumb.
It was a piece of shit in my opinion.
Yeah. Have you seen his newer one? As the Wind Rises?
I have not seen it yet, actually.
I wanted to see that.
I hear it's really good.
Yeah, I heard it was really, really good. It looked really, really good. But
Mononoke, I think 90% of people who like stuff have seen this movie before.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as popular as Spirited Away or something, but
yeah.
Mononoke is awesome. Oh, fuck. Those are the 2 movies that were re-ran on Cartoon Network all the fucking time.
All the time. Every other week.
And probably my least favorite movies from him.
I liked Howl's.
I think Howl's is great.
Spirited Away is not my favorite, but I think Howl's is a really, really good movie.
I think Howl's Moving Castle is a great movie. I've seen it a billion fucking times. I don't see it ever again.
Yeah.
Spirited Away can eat a dick. I hate that movie.
Spirited Away is not as great as everybody thinks it is.
Yeah, I fucking hate that movie.
Yeah.
Mononoke, awesome, fantastic movie, cool story, a good message behind it, I guess. I don't care for that, whatever, but it's a good message. Cool wolf girl. Love the movie. Number 3 pick.
Agree. Okay, number 2 pick. My number 2 pick. Actually, this might be on your list somewhere.
Probably not.
I don't know.
All right, pick.
Ghost in the Shell.
Nope. Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Yeah, it's on my list, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, this is like one of his favorite movies. But, I mean, it is such a good sci-fi anime film. I think more than Akira, Ghost in the Shell kind of like brought more of a maturity to the animated film genre that hadn't really been there for a while. Akira definitely made it like more popular, but I think the story that like Ghost in the Shell tells, and like through the characters that it tells, and the story and the questions that it brings up, it's just a really, really good movie. I enjoy it a lot.
Totally agree. I mean, it's I've talked about that movie a billion times, and I'll talk about it more in a few seconds. But my number 2 pick is. I don't think many people will pick this movie as their number 2 favorite animated movie in the world. But again, it's more anime.
Yeah.
Mobile Suit Gundam, Char's Counterattack, 1988.
Oh, Chars. Yeah.
It's pretty much like the penultimate moment of the original Mobile Suit universe.
Yeah.
It's a fucking awesome movie.
Yeah.
2 hours of awesome space opera.
I love space.
I was talking on my podcast, my sci-fi podcast yesterday, Zach, about how American space opera is different from Japanese space opera.
Yeah.
And I was kind of getting mad at reading this book I'm reading because like I was like expecting like super epic, grandiose scale stuff.
Yeah.
And the book didn't have that. And I was like, I get it. I'm comparing it to Gundam, and Gundam's like humongous shit.
Really good space opera. Gundam Unicorn.
Yeah, totally.
So good.
And Gundam anything is always really good. But Char's Counterattack is a perfect example of some amazing science fiction. You know, it's some awesome space opera. It's like, oh my god, this is really, really awesome, and it's animated so well. Yeah, I just fucking love it, man. I can't. Oh, so good. It's such an amazing movie. I would if you haven't seen it, check it out. It might be hard because if you haven't seen Gundam stuff before, maybe you don't know what's going on, which could be an issue. But
would you say that they would have to watch the original Mobile Suit Gundam series?
No, you definitely wouldn't. As long as you kind of get a general idea of the story.
Okay.
It helps. I mean, obviously it helps if you've seen it or know what's going on. But you don't need to know it. But it would help for sure.
Okay.
So
definitely,
that's my number 2 pick.
Okay, my number 1 pick is actually a movie that you mentioned earlier, so I was kind of holding my breath when you said it. Nausicaa Valley of the Wind. Miyazaki. Yeah. That's my Miyazaki flick. Nausicaa the Valley of the Wind. So good.
Totally agree.
But it was still back in his early days of him being a tree hugger and being environmentalist and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely it was like anti-industrialization, all this stuff. And how dare you try to destroy all these plants, and the plants are trying to kill us with the spores because we're destroying the planet and all this other stuff. And there's giant bugs that we need to save. And But, I mean, definitely, like you said earlier, Miyazaki, hand-drawn animation, fantastic. The fight scenes, very epic and grandiose, especially the showdown between the village and the military that comes to like take over the area. It's very, very good, especially to see that scene with those giant beetles like running across the desert towards them was so cool looking. Definitely like one of my favorite, definitely one of my favorite animated films, and it's a Miyazaki film to boot, so obviously it's going to be really good, unless it starts with a P and its name is Ponyo. But
yeah, I got you. But, I agree completely, 100%.
But so that's my number 1 pick.
My number 1 pick, no surprise, Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell.
Like you mentioned before, I'm add on to it a little bit. It's one of the best science fiction anime movies of all time, if not the best one in my opinion. It's just an amazing science fiction movie in general.
Yeah.
changed the game, in my opinion, for me as a sci-fi fan. And for me, besides Star Wars and Gundam and Blade Runner, Ghost in the Shell really set a standard for me what science fiction can do as a medium, as a genre. And Ghost in the Shell as a movie, it's amazes me every time I watch it. And even Ghost in the Shell 2 is really great, but the original Ghost in the Shell, it's not even gorgeous in purely animation, but storytelling and voice acting and just stylistically and what it tells, the story it tells, and it to this day it is what I identify as the most, like, what I define as science fiction as Ghost in the Shell. Even compared to Star Wars and stuff like that, or Star Trek, and it's just a fantastic movie. 1995, nothing beats that in my opinion. As that's like the pinnacle of, like, that's good sci-fi. I just can't talk. The movie is, I can't say anything else bad about the movie. It's such a great movie, and it's such, I don't know, man, it's fucking awesome. I love that movie so much. So
I agree.
My number one,
really,
100%.
Yeah, really, really good. Really, really solid movies. Our lists were not bad. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think some. So I could have probably added some. I probably could have top 10, honestly, but
yeah, I definitely could have. I definitely would have had probably more American stuff if it'd been top 10, but
yeah. So that's our talk for this week, guys. Thanks for listening to this episode of Zach and Jay's Ticket Stubs Podcast. Check it back next week. Zach, if you want to see more of us, where can they find us online?
If you want to check us out online, you can find us on Facebook at Zach and Jay's Ticket Stubs. You can also find us on YouTube at youtube.com/Ticket Stubs Podcast. You can also follow us for articles. Jason has some news articles up. We sometimes have movie reviews. He has some long form articles that you guys can talk. Are you still working on that martial arts thing?
It's coming, man.
It's coming, man.
Stuff's coming. It's coming.
Coming with Dexter. We got it.
Yeah, whenever that happens.
But if you want to find out all that stuff, whenever it pops up, extendedition.com is the address that you want to go through for all things Ticket Stubs related, where you can also check out Jason's new podcast, where he mentioned earlier, Jay at Warp Speed, where he gets by himself and he talks about sci-fi related things.
I mean, you're welcome.
I'm sure he talks.
On.
I mean,
you're welcome to come on.
If you tell me what we were going to talk about, I will totally try to come on and talk about it. But yeah, Jason, he gets down with all the sci-fi stuff, books, movies. I'm sure he gets TV shows, whatever he wants to talk about. But yeah, so Jay at Warp Speed, if you want to check out all that sci-fi hub action. But yeah, that's where you can check us out, definitely. So, let us know that you guys.
What if they wanted to follow you on Twitter?
Personally? Personally?
You personally. They want to see what you're doing.
If you guys want to follow me personally, check me out at Zach Austin Tyler. That's where I'll be. That's the handle. So, use it. Follow me. Let me know you're out there. Appreciate it.
Yeah, if you want to follow me on Twitter, check me out at Jay at Warp Speed, or on Tumblr at Jay at Warp Speed at Tumblr.com. Zach, if they wanted to follow you on Tumblr, where could they possibly go?
I really don't know. I don't really use Tumblr anymore. That's not really a good medium to use.
Oh, okay. All right. I understand.
But if you guys want to follow me on Tumblr, you can follow me at yariyari.zebra.com.
.tumblr.com.
Or .tumblr.com.
So you bought a domain for it? Damn, Zach.
Oh, no, I didn't buy a domain for it. No, I ain't got that kind of cash.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot for listening to this week's episode of the Ticket Stubs Podcast.
Yeah.
Check you back next week.
We definitely appreciate you guys listening.
Later.